You hand me my drink. I was about to yell at you for a drink on the table. It's right behind you.
You catch that right frequency, man.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Catch everybody's attention.
Shit, you trying to fuck up my shorts with this chair. My pocket's ripped. It's gonna be on you.
Nigga, your shirt's gonna fuck up the chair, nigga.
If you don't,
your man's got his thighs on your chair right now.
Hey, I took a shower beforehand. Fuck that, though.
He's talking about why it's like part of the intro of the show now that I have to yell at Zach about how he sits in my fucking chair.
Man, fuck your...
You know what? You're gonna sit on that shit next week. You pop in my chair again.
That shit gonna break it. I'm like, fuck your chair too. I'm like, yeah.
Oh shit.
That shit gonna fold smooth.
I don't feel like bullshitting for me. I'm ready to get back in that conversation.
All right.
I'm fucking ready.
Because it was like when you have been really great about hitting me with these moments of clarity that it stops me dead in my thought process of like, damn, he's right.
Yeah,
I appreciate you for that.
I appreciate that. I'm glad when I'm right. Motherfucker, I like being right. Ask my wife, nigga. I love being right. Motherfucker.
All right, but we're back, guys. So we're going to intro the show and we'll get right back into the convo.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Welcome back. We're on episode 16 now. As you can see, we still got a full house in the room.
Facts.
I'm Ramon.
I'm Darian.
I'm Zach.
And our special guest, Stevie, is still here. How'd you get the name Kick? I gotta know.
So when I was in prison or whatever and anything like that, long story short,
damn, I didn't ask a dumbass question to bring up a bad memory. I felt like a dumbass.
I'm very clear on this. I'm very clear on my my history with addiction. I got 3 years sober from heroin.
Hey.
Thank you.
Let's call that out. Yeah. Big facts.
I got a little over a year sober from the drug that they put me on, methadone. That was harder to get off than the actual.
I heard that.
Shit, being clean, period. That's good shit, bro.
That's what scared me straight, was getting off that drug that they put me on.
I remember you telling me, it was like, yo, I don't like this shit. Like,
I didn't want to be on it. Exactly.
Like,
and they thought I was playing. I ain't had no positive screens ever since they put me on it. They never was trying to put me off it. So when I skated to Florida, they screwed up my paperwork, and it ended up being like the silver lining of it all. Like basically, it was a blessing within a curse. Because like I don't know, I would never call it a curse. Cause I got off the drug. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I basically grabbed the bull by the horns, and I mean it beat the hell out of me. But I won't go back.
You conquered that shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's facts. That's all that matters, bro. 100.
But what were you asking me again? I literally.
Oh, how you got the name Kick, and then I felt like a dickhead for.
All right, no, you're good. So, long story short, I was in the prison cell and I was dope sick, and like I was throwing up, and it just I was going through it so bad where I couldn't deal anymore, and everybody in the pod like. And that's another thing, man. If you're an addict, man, you might as well get clean, because once you get locked up, you're gonna go through hell. That's all I'm gonna say. Nobody cares about you in prison. I'm not trying to be mean, but that's just like it is what it is. They'll leave you in that cell to die, man. And I don't know if me saying this to you changes your opinion on it and makes you want to go get clean, but I'm just telling you it's not worth it getting caught up in whatever the mess you're doing. Because most of the time when you break down to going, I don't know, when you're going bad, man, you end up doing some things that you normally wouldn't do. But like I said, I was in that cell. And long story short, the dudes heard how bad I was doing. I guess I sounded worse than I really was or whatever it was in the cell. And I was kicking the door. But after I basically lost my energy from kicking the door, because I was kicking the door all night. And then next thing you know, I stopped kicking the door and they stopped hearing me in the cell. And they literally started a riot. It was like bars of soap being bounced off the doors and windows and whatnot, like batteries, locks, all that stuff. They were throwing everything. Everything was going on in the thing. They brought the riot people in, and then they pulled me off and took me to the infirmary. And then when I came back, that's when everybody started calling me Kick the next morning at breakfast and stuff. So
oh shit!
They call me
Kicker.
Strong.
I was in there donkey kicking the door like the white boy on Friday. For real, I would try to get out of there, bro.
Oh shit!
Good story.
Yeah,
Thank you.
facts.
Sorry, like again, I didn't mean to take you down that path, but you seem good. So
I'm great.
We were talking about differences in dating and culture now versus me. Yeah, we'll just call it what it is. But another interesting one, they say that this generation, like Zach, for example, there's no pressure to like get married and have a family? Like when we were coming up, it was like, all right, you should go to school, graduate high school, go to college or go to trade school and meet somebody, have a family with them. You know, there was timelines. And I'm interested to hear, Zach, if, you know.
I'm hearing what y'all saying. Okay. I'm just over.
No, I want to know, like, how do you feel? Do you feel any pressure to want to get married and start a family, or is it secondary thought to you? Or
Nah, I don't feel no pressure. But I do want to have kids and shit. But the thing about it is, it's no pressure because, you know, marriage and studies, like you said, you had a divorce.
If you could talk into the mic, that'd
like
be
you
cool.
said, divorce rates is pretty high. Which I said,
you can pull it back so you can be comfortable.
I'm not doing.
Just swing the arm. You may come over there and adjust the mic for you.
Pause. I'm not touching on it.
I'm gonna hook you up.
Like I said, divorce rates are high as hell, and then you get in a marriage, and once you know, in a marriage and stuff like that, you have to split 50-50 income. So say shit don't work out, and then you marry her, you thinking like such and such. So say I become a millionaire, right? And we didn't sign a prenup, and I got in a marriage because you know I want.
But that's your decision though to sign that prenup.
Yeah, and that's hers too. That's hers.
And if y'all don't come on the same agreement on the prenup, why the fuck are y'all considering getting married?
That's the thing.
But why are you going into it already thinking that it's going to end that way?
I'm not thinking that.
Not everybody's story is mine.
But I'm saying that the statistics show that.
Got a 7-year time clock.
The statistics show that a lot of marriages don't work out.
I'm glad you remembered the time.
This is statistically. That's why I'm looking at the statistics. The stats is like marriages don't 100% work out. Like it's like it's percentage wise where marriages do, but I'm saying statistically, I don't know, man. No, you gotta have some years on top of that. Like I see people that want to get married hella quick, but I'm like, that's taking a big leap, buddy.
Yeah,
you trust that girl with your life because you when you get to proposing, like you give her through death or apart, you know, some shit like that. And they probably treat your kids like shit, and you like, damn, bitch, I thought you was gonna help me out.
Maybe you might want to consider a different dating pool.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying from my standpoint.
Dating pool, hot garbage.
You probably see it all the time. Like they so in love with her, but they don't care about anything else going on in life.
Yeah.
Some people like that, you know. Cause some people got kids and shouldn't have kids. You be seeing that all the time.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, damn, why you bring
as
that?
a parent, you really pay attention to that shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, why you bring that kid in this world? I'm like, man, that nigga don't want to be here. That's fine. That's dark as shit. He probably looking like, damn, why the fuck I got these bum ass? Yo, that's fucked up.
Nah, yeah, that's facts.
Like out there like that, scumbags.
Yeah, that is true. It's a lot of people that shouldn't have kids.
Think about having marriage, you have kids. Like also like having kids before marriage too is the thing. Like I can see why people want to marry. Like once you have kids, you want to have them like in a tight knit household because you don't want to be like raised by this person and raised by this. Not saying you can't do that, but
you got something against two one parent households.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
My mama and daddy divorced. You got a problem with that? You got it's like no.
I'm not saying that still work out. I'm just saying it's like as long as the kid has like a strong male figure, it should always work out. But you know, nowadays like everybody doesn't think the same. Some people like, I can raise a boy all by myself with one female or whole female household, which I don't think it always will work out that way. Because then they're gonna have some feminine traits that as a man, you want your kid to be raised by a man than just all female. Because certain things, the mom might say, oh yeah, treat a woman like this, such and such. But then you go out in the real world, women don't like that crap, or they be like, nah. And then you wonder why you're not getting nowhere.
That's why my sister be beating niggas up now.
Facts.
My older sister, she really be beating niggas up because it's all boys around her, for real.
Yeah,
she throw hands. Like, my sister really throw hands.
She had 2 older brothers and 2 younger brothers. Like,
yo, it's boxing city, bro.
She's
Layla Ali.
Like a female, she'd be like, okay, I can't be doing all this shit because this shit might not be cool. Yeah. I mean, at certain times, you gotta yank a nigga up like, yo.
Yeah.
But
we don't witness her drop niggas. Like,
yo. Sometimes we have to stand there and watch it. And like, literally be like, yeah, you gotta pick yourself up. Keep going, bro.
They can't hit her back. Like, nah, I can't hit a girl. That's the worst feeling to you. Like,
I feel like they be saying that, especially when them brothers in front of you. I feel like they be saying that to try like, nah, go ahead, nah, bro. We ain't playing none of that shit over here. Dust yourself off and carry your ass that way, bro.
Real shit.
They be looking for that approval, but nah, bro.
Nah, nigga, go about your day, nigga.
Skedaddle.
Tell her ass about that shit after he leave, but yeah.
Hey, you should not have hit that man like that.
Why you do that like that?
You take that man
gonna be hating the rest of his life. Why you doing like that?
That man gonna be upset the rest of his life.
He gonna
cry in the house. He gonna go home. His mom gonna knock on the door. Why you crying in the house? Well, female beat me up. She punched me.
Oh shit.
Ooh, this is a good question. Now we're on the subject. I just want to ask one question.
Yeah.
if you with a girl that you really love, right, and she get jumped by a gang of bitches, what you doing?
Knocking a bitch out. I already told my wife that. I told her, like, you don't gotta worry about that shit with me. Like, if you gonna kick the one with somebody, you gonna kick that one. If one of them bitches jumping in, I'm dragging the bitch.
Okay, so
I do not care.
Who was the instigator though? Too. You gotta think about who was the instigator of this.
What, in the fight?
No, it's like who started the whole altercation. Like if you said,
I see what he's saying. He's saying,
like, so if my girl started the instigator, I'm like, nah, you gonna take that LB because you started that shit.
We gonna talk about that shit in the car. That's some shit you talk about in the car. You got.
I'm not gonna say that in public, but I'm like, right.
Yeah, once it's all over, then you
when we there. But when we get to the car, you gonna hear about this shit, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah,
like you can't just be getting in fights like this and not let me know. I'm like, shit.
I wasn't prepared, motherfucker.
I'm over here walking with you, and a gang of bitches walk up and start swinging on you. I'm like, yo.
Said I had on my good shoes. I wasn't expecting to stomp.
Air Force Ones
I wasn't expecting to stomp a bitch out the day.
Like, damn, you just fucked up my Nike Air Ones, and then bitches, nah.
Imagine being a guy in public to try to squash the shit in front of the girls. Like, nah, babe, just apologize to her for now.
I ain't gonna be that dude. I'm like, nah. He's like, come on. This big bitch too big for you now. She too damn big, bro. Like, look, babe, you like 5'6", babe. She 6'1". Stop fucking with her, babe.
We start talking dimensions,
trying to de-escalate this shit. He's like, nah, fuck all that shit. The big bitch start talking. Next thing you know,
I want all the smoke.
Next thing you know, all right, we bringing this. He start pulling this. All right,
shoot that big bitch right in the titty. Fuck that.
He's like, nah, we ain't fighting. He's like, this big bitch look like she hurt me.
I'm not fighting this bitch. You see how skinny I am? I'm not fighting this big bitch. No.
That big bitch gonna hurt you.
I'm gonna take my ass whipping like a man.
Imagine how fucked up we would be. You try to help your girl though. You start getting tossed like a rag doll.
Oh my god.
Toss the ass. You're like, nah, this shit not gonna work out. You're like, honey, get the gun.
It might change the situation. I get rag doll out that bitch.
Get the strap.
You might rattle my brains.
I usually don't have a title for the episode right away. Honey, go get the gun is the title.
It's like that. Hold on, I got to throw the meme up. I got to throw the meme where the little boy was getting beat up and he was out of breath. His brother said, Kevin, go to the crib
and get the gun. Yo, shit. Yo, go to the crib and get the gun.
The crib. Shit just got real.
Everybody said, oh, get the gun.
Get the gun. Hey, man. Nigga had asthma, started saying, fuck all that. I'm shooting.
Go home and get the gun. Motherfucker like, I can't go get it. Go get it. Oh, shit.
Worst feeling, you getting beat up, you look at your brother, go get the gun. I'm like, nigga, get your inhaler first. Don't fucking talk about get the gun.
Oh, it was over. That shit funny.
Nah,
that shit funny.
Fuck. But yeah, you probably should help
Sorry,
your girl.
y'all.
If shit going on, after that, you talk to her in the car, I'm like, yeah, this shit not
yeah. What the fuck
it's
was
the
that?
Same way you do it with your boys. Like if your boy instigated some shit and it popped off.
I'm riding.
Yeah, but
right
then when you get in the car, like, you know you shouldn't start that dumb shit.
And we gonna talk. Yep. Facts.
Talking like, you're not my boy no more.
You're not, yeah, I'm about to say, y'all not friends if y'all don't talk about, like, cause I've been around groups of people where, like, shit would go down and then nobody talk about the shit afterwards and everything like that. And then, like, that's when the dumb shit happened. Cause, like, you got the dumbasses that not supposed to be, like, some people don't realize that, like, when shit go off, you're not supposed to be like, yeah, I was there, I did this, and that. Like, bro, you placing yourself at, you know what I mean?
Yo, we always said that
allegedly.
Shit, nigga, you gotta be subtle about your shit. Like, you just did something.
You just infuriated daddy.
That's the
like,
shit I don't get
some
with.
niggas want to be tough that bad, bro.
Motherfuckers, like, all these new motherfuckers showing all that shit on Instagram and all that.
That's what I was about to say. Some niggas want to be tough that bad. They'll literally, like, telling themselves.
They pulled out a 9-meter money with a 50-round drum.
They like, this was you?
They doing it in songs, too.
This was you?
Said he's about to slide on the ops. Motherfucker, like,
then he said you smoking on, okay.
Nobody dropped, then we slid again.
Yeah, he hit one little boy in the arm. Nah, bro, he missed.
But isn't that part of what's going on with like the YSL RICO case?
Well, the RICO thing is that's a state RICO though.
Right, but I'm saying the same kind of concept where you're rapping explicitly about what you
said.
said.
But the thing about that is, I don't know if the lyrics is gonna work out in track because it's gonna be a whole bunch of cumbubble fuck of that. Because you gotta think about it. Rap lyrics, they can exaggerate anything. You can't really hold somebody.
Yeah, no, true.
But they have to have evidence. I think they're gonna get them on the evidence.
About to say if they going for a RICO.
I mean, they have to have stuff ready, but it's a state RICO, so they do have a percentage of getting out of it. If it was a Fed, 99% chance you won't.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
because it's state,
you might not be wise to even clue people in if you're doing something suspicious. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they took the whole YSL crew down, even though Gunna, I don't think he was a part of any of that crap, but.
Until the feds pick it up, I think he's coming home.
They are, but I don't know nothing about them.
No, I'm gonna say, Young Thug and Gunna, but Gunna is like, they was on him about him doing crime watchers thing. He's like, if you see a crime, speak up about it. People start saying, he a fed, he's snitching, but he just
Wait, he said that?
Well, he was doing it. He was doing it like it was back in the day
commercial.
before he got big as a rapper. This was like a little commercial thing.
Well, you never know. That nigga might snitch and still become something good because
I don't
apparently
think it was just like a crime watcher thing. You know how
6ix9ine,
T.I.
that
did?
nigga snitching. This nigga, it didn't fucking affect him.
Bro, the
Nobody
streets,
is
the
affecting
culture,
him technically.
because
It is, but I think that's
nowadays.
that's a different
But
a difference in age.
I'm telling y'all, I worked with a lot of these young motherfuckers that listen to 6ix9ine consistently.
They don't care.
They don't care.
I don't
I'm about to say, they for real.
Like,
but our generation would
everybody
respect.
everybody in the game, and
Because-
everybody's saying, like,
alright.
yo, if you do something, don't fucking say something. If you not part of the fucking street life, don't fucking
And
say
the thing
nothing.
about it,
See,
even if you snitch,
you make
some
a
things
decision.
if you
Y'all got y'all
it
into
doesn't
some
work
shit
out on
right
your
now.
part though. It doesn't work out on your part because sometimes when they say don't say nothing, it won't work out. Some people snitch anyway and be like, I told you not to say nothing. Now we all indicted.
Yep.
Now they look
For real, because
stupid.
niggas could have kept their mouth shut and everybody would have went the fuck home. And like, it's
But
crazy
they start throwing
because
them years at them. They start looking crazy like,
that's what it is. They get intimidated by that shit. But like, bro, like, if you asking me for fucking information, obviously you ain't got nothing. Like, why don't these niggas like realize that? Like, yo, if they asking you for information, if they still like asking you shit, obviously they got nothing. So you might as well keep your mouth shut. Like they could say this guy told them that, but that's all hearsay. That's all allegedly. Like for real, you could still fight that shit. You know what I mean? Like and like. I don't know, man. That's what my theory on the streets, man. Everybody snitching, man. So what it is now, I feel like right now,
it's not cool.
right now, what you see the kids snitching on each other, or the kids, or the junkies, the drug addicts, the kids. This is what I'm not gonna name rappers that. You know the rappers that first started the drug slinging and all that.
Yeah.
These are the kids that are addicts and shit. You know why? Because these kids are also on the drugs too. Like for real, if you think back in the day, like I could just name
That's what I used to
Rockefeller
say.
Yeah.
and Def Jam
They wasn't
and
talking
all these
about that.
different. These niggas wasn't getting high. They might have smoked and
They was
drank,
talking
but
about
they
how
wasn't.
sold
But
it.
that's what I was saying. The difference in the generation of rap
Now,
music.
it's the users
our rap
rapping now.
artists were
Yeah.
drug dealers,
Exactly.
and these rappers are drug users.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's the
'Cause,
messed up
like,
part. They doing it backwards.
It's that butterfly effect, man. We basically, all these people selling the drugs and pumping the drugs back then, you gotta think about it. More and more, eventually people gonna get more and more. It's like basically putting a good kid in a crime environment. When you put a good kid in a crime environment, what he gonna do to survive? He gonna adapt. Like for real. Like me, if you heard me when I was in 2000, if you heard me talking, I would talk like this. I would talk like really talk like I had no street to me whatsoever because I was from the suburbs. But then I moved over north side of Wilmington,
That's when shit
Delaware,
changed.
and spent 20 years over that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like you either eat motherfuckers up or get ate up. Like, you know what I mean? You either roll on motherfuckers or roll over. And it's crazy because it's not even like that. Because like you see, I got a good. I mean, I was shitty back then. You know I was, but I felt like I don't know. I had this false pretense where I just thought that I wanted to be the man, and I thought that the man was just this egotistical dick, and it was like it just wasn't me, man. I noticed I was hurting and. It's weird, but like I still can't explain it to this day. But like when I was hurting people to hurt with them. Like it sounds weird, but like
but they say hurt people.
Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? Because like I bust somebody the fuck down, beat him the fuck up, and then I band-aid him up in the same breath. Like for real, I beat somebody the fuck up, dust him off, and like some of these niggas be like, yo, I would learn to rumble the fuck like fighting with you and blah blah blah. That's and but I'm like, yo, I'm lucky this nigga don't got a gun to my face right now. Because if it was me, if it was on the other foot, you know what I mean? Like for real, like. But that's all kids growing up. I guess when we're kids, we don't have morality and we don't think about the stuff that we do.
Anything is a learning lesson. Like even sometimes at
If
work,
you're smart.
when we got younger people at work, like it's funny. I just got a text from an employee at work, and they sent me a voice note, which it defeats the purpose of text to me because text is supposed to be so you can quickly respond and read a message. But if I'm in a place like right now, I can't open that message because I'm doing something. You know what I mean?
They gonna come smooth through the mic, motherfucker.
Read that shit.
But but I give people grace too because you don't know how to bake a cake until you know how to bake a cake.
Oh
Facts.
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Facts.
So it takes you time, and that's what that's getting roping back to the subject.
Yeah.
When everything that Gen Z and millennials to a degree have gotten is microwave, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to learn about what's one of them conspiracies we got, I got to go to the library, do research, find the books that I'm going to find the information in or the newspapers, research it, hope the library's open, and then come home, read it, and digest it. Where now anytime we want to know something, we just Google it, which fascinates me how people don't Google more. But
yeah.
So, right, food, you know, when we were kids, there was no microwave. Well, when I was a kid, there was no microwave. Hadn't been mass produced yet. And so you heated food up in the stove, and it took a while. Yeah. It's funny. I remember being your age thinking somebody 30 was old. Isn't that funny? Isn't that laughable?
Now I'm sitting here at 30. I'll be 31 in August. But now being 31, I don't feel old at all.
Well, how old are you?
I mean, I
40, I'm going to be 47 this year.
Oh, yeah, we good.
You said you ain't got no microwave.
But no, when we were kids, we didn't have it till we probably like 7th or 8th grade. But anyway, so everything that we had to develop took time. So like the most important things that you have to develop for your career, your relationship, take time. Mm-hmm. You guys are so used to everything being fast, where it has to skew your judgment on things, right?
Well, that's also depending on, you know, the economy and how the government had everything set up too. Because back in your day, you could it wasn't as much processed stuff in your stuff as much as it is nowadays. So much sugar, high cholesterol. It's different.
What? Did I miss something?
Hold up.
Spam. Nah. Government cheese. Kool-Aid. Hot dogs.
Hold up. That's not crazy.
Like,
I mean, you still was getting some supplement food, but the government cheese was coming from.
No, you're missing the point. And I'm going to stop you because it's an important point. I want you to have a light bulb moment like Darian's been doing to me the last couple episodes.
I've been doing this forever. I'm not trying to make you look bad or nothing.
No, but so you're used to everything coming quick. Pause.
Yeah, instant gratification. Yeah,
you used to instant gratification. Thank you for giving me a better way to say that. And so the things that take long frustrate people. Like, I always used to say, like, we see movies, like, what's going to make us extinct? Is it going to be, you know, dinosaurs coming back? Is it going to be an asteroid?
It's going to be man.
It's going to be y'all, because a lot of people your age, they don't even have the social skills to have a conversation with each other, right? And some people will power through it. You know, I was at a young, ignorant age, I used to believe anxiety was something people made up, and now I understand that I've been dealing with it all my life and just didn't know what it was. And you were taught that you're a man, you're not supposed to have anxiety, but we just powered through because we had no choice. I've seen people make it so that they were scared to do something that held them back from doing something basic like getting to work. You know what I mean? And not try. So the more and more and more y'all go, and y'all don't have social skills, how would you even date?
Yeah.
To get married or to have a child.
Like on a dating time.
And then you throw in the metaverse and these real dolls with AI.
These niggas gonna be sitting at the table texting each other about their date.
Not procreating.
The people that was basement dwellers made all that crap, okay? Them AIs in the VR chat. You know they be having sex on VR chat? It's crazy.
Bro,
how do you know? Are you in the basement?
I hopped on there. Hold on.
He did say that shit smooth.
Kick with the important questions.
How do you know?
No, because get on VR chat. We got to do a whole segment on that. That's a whole different thing.
But if you pay attention, whatever technology pornography chooses is what wins. Back in the day, you know, there was VHS and there was a beta tape. Two different styles of tape.
I heard that.
Mm-hmm. And more porn went on the VHS and beta died. Blu-ray and HD DVD came out at the same time. And porn chose Blu-ray. HD DVD died. They always make the use of technology. So they say the World Wide Web, because remember the web was originally built for the government. Mm-hmm. The World Wide Web, the part that we're privy to, is I think about 5%. It's definitely less than 10% of the entire internet. Of that 10% of the entire World Wide Web that we have, 98% of it is pornography.
God damn. Motherfuckers' arms gonna be strong as shit, motherfucker.
You gotta make all them gains you can get.
So then you
taking cock diesel to a new level, motherfucker.
Now you throw in the universe, right? So when you don't know how to talk to people, you don't know how to build relationships, and you don't know how to deal with difficult situations, you don't know how to face somebody and listen and figure out the root of the problem and get to it, you don't do it, right? You cower away from it. And the longer you cower away from it, you can jump in the metaverse, this shit is ultra real, and now they'll add a sensor that gives you the same sensations, and y'all gonna stop fucking, and that's how the world's gonna end.
You're like, all right, you gonna go,
y'all
you gonna come home,
die on your couch with them goggles on your face.
Not as a picture, like there's like an art,
That's what's gonna
there's an
happen.
art drawing that shows a
VR
picture of that.
yesterday too.
I'm
Not
telling
the
you,
VR.
the VR. I used to wonder.
Pause, not that stuff. Not that stuff. I tried that VR. Yeah.
He had to correct that shit. Hold on, not that shit. Didn't try that shit.
But you.
Cause I realized how I sounded.
That's also my theory of how when you watch The Matrix, it's like how did humans let all these animals put us in a thing? That's how the metaverse. Because if it's comforting and you can design things to go exactly the way you want to go, and you're plugged in, right? You won't even need a couch in your house because you're walking around a VR set. So you just have a box that you sit on because what you're imagining, what you see in your eyes is whatever you want it to be. You're not gonna have paintings on the wall because you have these goggles on. And it's gonna be easy just to fucking lay back and have a feeding tube put in and have yourself artificially, and you're just living in your brain.
And these young niggas gonna be beating off with no hands. That's
Wait a minute. We gonna have to get off this topic. We'll go to the next one.
That's true shit, because like we are like naturally the human being seeks comfort. That's why clothing
Too much dopamine.
and warmth and cold and
That's funny.
Yeah,
I'm reading this book called Indistractable, and one of the things he talks about is the brain naturally wants comfort.
Yep.
And he says little things. He says you're always going to have distractions, right? You can't blame the phone. You can't blame social media. You can't blame the Xbox.
Because it's all internal.
But what you have to learn is to recognize the trigger. So he even gave an example when he said, when I was writing this book, I would come across something and I wouldn't know a word. And I would get up and I would take my phone and I would go look up the word, right? Which seems like the logical thing to do. I do that sometimes when I'm reading. Back in the day, I had a dictionary and I would pull a dictionary out to figure out what the word meant.
I need one.
And he said, I learned to stop doing it until I was finished the task at hand, because then it would lead me to going onto my phone to do other stuff. And now I stopped writing because it was a difficult task, but my brain wanted the comfort to teach me to do the thing. So like I just started it, but one of the biggest tips I've got from it already, and I've been using it, he says, when you think you're going to do something that's distracting, tell yourself, I'm going to wait 10 minutes and see if you still want to do it. And miraculously, a lot of times, after the 10 minutes has passed, I've either finished what I was doing or I'm so engrossed into it that I don't even want to do the thing that I thought I wanted to do 10 minutes ago. So I just thought that was interesting. How long would you say average for a respectable young lady when you were dating? How many dates did you go on before you had sex?
This is okay. So,
or what do you think the right number should be?
Who want to go in? You want to go in sequence or something like that?
He said you want to go and see, because why does this nigga look at me instantly? It all depends. Like, for real, if you ain't getting nothing after 30 days, I mean...
30 days? Yeah.
It take you 30 days to close the deal?
Fuck. First of all...
If it take 30 days, she's finessing you.
It don't take me 30 days to close the deal.
Okay.
No, but what do you think is the right time? So you go out on... How many dates that is the right for somebody that you might want to have a future and actually date?
It depends on like.
Because I would argue that y'all don't care.
Well,
if
hold
it's
up, it
somebody that
depends. You
you
can't say you
want to
want
have a
this
future
care.
with,
You got.
if someone you gonna take your time
You
with
gonna take
that.
your time, but
You
I'm
don't wanna
saying,
fuck
but
it
if
up.
you're just trying to get a nut,
My
But if you go out
boring.
with, let me ask you a different question then, because I don't think there's a right time either.
No,
But
My answer is boring.
I think it used to be like 5 dates was the magic number from what I remember.
$5 billion.
But if you go out with a girl once and you sleep with her the first night, do you look at her differently? I'm gonna ask everybody that question.
I wouldn't think.
All right. So you said one night?
So you go out on a date with a girl.
Oh, if she smashed on the first night,
Do you look at her differently?
I'm not even smashing, bro. That's gonna scare the shit out of my dingling.
That's-
Like I'm not even playing. Bro,
That's like a setup.
bro, if there's chicks that know me that watch this, they probably laughing their asses off at me right now. They're like, oh, so that's what happened that night. They probably think I'm fucking gay. Like, for real, like, shit like that.
Yeah.
If she like this,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And then on top of
This
that,
shit
it's
is norm,
it's
bro.
that situation
And
where
that's not
like
normal.
you don't fucking know. Like, all right, but you so ready so fast. Like, why are you so ready so fast?
yeah,
Trying to
that's.
finesse me, trying to
I
Cardi
think
B
too
me.
much. I mean, maybe I don't think too much. Maybe I think just enough. But yeah,
She probably Cardi B.
All right, so I'm different because I'm fucking, but I might judge differently depending on what the circumstances.
oh
of
yeah,
it were.
yeah.
So like, I guess it's different too, because if you met somebody online, like typically you guys meet, right? I remember when we were growing up, when like, what was one of the first ones? It was that old white guy with the gray hair, and he used to get on there, They used to talk about how they did this scientific matching, and you fill out this long profile, and they match you with perfect people for you. Huh?
Match.com,
eHarmony, yeah.
That's what I was saying.
eHarmony was one of the first big ones, right? And we would look at people like that, like, first we would say, girls don't ever have to use this service because a girl doesn't need an app to attract a man.
Facts.
Even ugly girls get laid.
Which is true, yeah. Niggas will fuck anything.
2,
niggas will fuck a leg.
So all the people that are on this site probably aren't what I would consider desirable. And 3, you would feel like a loser if you resorted to going to a site like that to date. Now my understanding is that's
what it is.
Where you start.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say where you start. I mean, Tinder is where you start if you're trying to get laid. I mean,
exactly.
eHarmony I'm not talking about eHarmony. You got to pay for it. Tinder,
eHarmony's trying to get you a relationship. Tinder's trying to get you some cheeks. That's basically the difference.
But even in that, if I wanted to get some cheeks, I still had to have some rapport. I had to meet you.
Yeah, I had to know something.
I had to know something. I had
not
to finesse
just your
it
name
with you.
And that goddamn catfish. Huh?
You know why I don't do the internet thing?
Why?
Because it's so easy for them to post like a face or torso picture and like not have no arms or like I'm not being a dick either.
No, you get there.
But
imagine
that's
there and the chick just not like.
There is witchcraft in it. I do this,
bro. I'm not entertaining that shit.
I have this game where you know how Facebook will say you might know this person, right? And so I'll search it and I'll be amazed, like, oh, this person seems attractive. Let me look at some more pictures. And then when you scroll like, wait, every picture I scroll, they're getting bigger and bigger because that's how they're getting used to their wow, this is a misogynistic fucking episode, huh?
Hey, but just to answer your...
Y'all know our heart.
Just to answer your how long and how many dates, fuck you on the past 30 days because I waited 60 days for this lady. This lady, yeah.
Oh,
but
I mean...
We spent 9 years
y'all
together.
been going long as shit, though.
That's worth it.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. For real. Now, with that 60 days, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. It wasn't easy. Like, it wasn't just like, oh yeah, I fuck with her like that. So long story short, me and her both was on this like type shit where we just like wasn't looking for a significant other. You know what I mean? We both were used in the past and we just like, well, whatever. Hung around. Me and her ended up being tight. Like I felt like I could talk to her about anything. Like she was my homie. Like for real, we be in the truck right now. I'd be like, damn, her ass is fat. And like she'd like yeah, you know what I mean? Cause she knows I'm not lusting after it. Like, you know what I mean? Like she know it ain't no hoe in my blood. Like she know I'm a guy. Like I look at some shit and I see some shit and everything like that. And we talk for opinions and everything. But like at the end of the day, she knows that I'm not fucking around. I'm not in the inboxes and no shit like that. Cause we had a scare way back before we had kids where we had a scare and everything like that. And I was basically, long story short, I thought she was losing interest in me because we were arguing and shit. And I don't know how y'all know. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel if y'all ever been in a situation where you and your significant other just not clicking like y'all used to. Yeah. Sometimes you start to feel like unappreciated or unwanted or something. I'm gonna say words like that because I'm not gonna say unvaluable or something like that, invaluable or something. But I was testing the waters to see if I still had it, and like she found the messages. Thank God she found the messages because like we talked about it and we worked through it and we've been stronger ever since. But yeah, 60 days, man.
Damn. I'd have said
60 days marriage.
I'm sorry.
227 to 428, 2013.
Wow, you remember the dates?
Yep.
Shit, I'm terrible with dates.
I think
said 227 to 428.
427 to 2013.
I waited
60
30 days
exactly.
before, but
428 is Harmony's birthday. And then
this fucked up. This
I got lost.
Oh my God.
I got lost. I said I've waited 30 days before, but I was sleeping with somebody else before the 30 days.
I tried that. Yeah, it didn't work. Yeah. Not with her, Leslie, but
so Zach, I want to hear what's the ideal date. So we know in our time it was you brought flowers to the door, you opened the door, dinner and a movie, blah blah blah, or whether it be mini golf or bowling or whatever it is.
It could be anything nowadays, technically.
So you meet. I'm gonna invent a young lady for you right now, and we're gonna tell me.
I probably make the best dates, bro. We going parachuting or something. We going
Big bands at
This nigga said
parachuting.
Hold up.
Wait. I said I'm gonna make up a date for you, and he said I'll take you parachuting. Like,
what? He trying to be the best man out of this. I'm saying, yo, chill.
Show me you really with it.
There's this girl at your job. We're gonna call her Sasha, right? Sasha's working there while she's in college. She wants to be a screenwriter, right? She's brilliant. She's poetic. She's intelligent. She's got her finances in a row. She's funny. She thinks you're funny.
Throwing so many damn shits out.
Well, I want to make it. I want to make it somebody worth your while.
Okay.
Right? So, first off, how do you shoot your shot? Do you talk to her at work or do you DM her on Instagram?
I said you gotta get the Instagram from work though, because you only know her at work, right?
Yeah.
So you gotta talk to her at work.
Okay. And then like, so that's the other thing that bugs me out too when people ask for like a social media handle over just like your phone number.
Well, because there's a thing. You ask for the social media handle because it might be like a little bit lighter than, because no woman is gonna give out her phone number. Not all the time. Some people might feel weird about it because some dudes like, let me get your phone number, and then probably
social media contact.
Gives them some freaking paranoid now because like say I give you my number and you keep calling me even though they blocked it, he created another number and still has your number. You know, you get them type of stalkers. So ask for the gram might be a little bit.
So you saying you gonna stalk a bitch?
Block his ass.
No, I mean ask for the gram might be a little bit easier. If they don't have the gram, less invasive. Then from there you get the number. But I say it's less likely that he asked for the gram that so you can see more, see what she's like, probably like that, and then it's less crazy. Like, let me get your phone number.
See how she living, basically.
All right,
because she can give you a fake number and say
shit,
fuck you.
Man, that you be careful with that shit too, man. Cause my Instagram look a lot happier than. I mean, I'm not saying my life ain't happy, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm gonna be real about some shit. Instagram
IG,
be looking happy as shit, bro.
Well, I'm just saying that's just IG, but I'm saying like given that she can give you a fake number and you're like, damn, and she just, shit like that.
So y'all let me finish setting the scene for you. So you exchange Instagrams, right? And did you give her Zachariah Films? Did you give her a Zachariah V1?
Zachariah V1.
Okay. So you
because
got Zachariah
personal.
V1?
It's personal.
Okay.
Business, personal.
Gotcha. All right. So y'all sharing funny memes back and forth together. Y'all like the same music. She's sending you songs that, she think you should hear and you digging her. So you move on now. He's like, fellas, I'm going to ask her out. How do you do it?
How do you do it?
Yeah, we're exploring what it's like to be dating in Gen whatever you are. Are you millennial or you be Gen Z, right?
I don't know. I don't.
Where year were you born?
I don't care.
He said I don't care.
Where
were you born?
Y2K.
In 2000.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, same age as my youngest son.
Yeah, same age as our nephew.
Yeah. Shout out Raekwon, my baby.
Facts.
And Carly.
All my nieces and nephews. At least my age changed
we got
years.
We got fucking,
so
we ain't gonna list them. It's
all
like
it's not hard to guess my age.
Babies out there.
At least my age changing with the years, though. That's the thing.
I love you all.
So it's not hard to guess my age,
Okay, so I remember that now.
You mature as shit for 2000. Sorry.
For 22, yeah.
22.
So how do you ask her out?
We let's set up, I try to set up a link sometime. We hang out someday.
Send the link.
No, not send the link. I mean, like you set up a time we should chill or hang out sometime,
Right.
Okay.
From there,
she says, "Oh yeah, when we gonna go?" Oh no, I'm not a girl.
You already have that in your mind. You're like,
you a bitch.
Huh?
I just,
so you'll have it already in mind, like where you're gonna go if you're already gonna think about it. All right.
So she says, "Yeah, I love the link sometime." Right.
So what else do I know about her? You said something else about her. Like, did she like nature? Did she like?
See, you wasn't. That's where you fucked up. You wasn't listening to that bitch.
I laid him out a whole.
He told you everything about her.
Friday, can you reinforce
She
me?
into the same shit you into. She like the music you like.
Movies then, like a movie then. If you like script writing, you would like a good movie then.
Okay. So how are you gonna conversate with her to get to know her more?
At the movie?
Yeah.
I might watch the movie at my crib.
You gonna do the?
You think she gonna come to your house the first time she asks you out? And I could be wrong. I'm not saying.
I mean, it depends on how it is and how it's going, how much connection you have, right? It depends. If not, you go to the movie and you're watching, and you'll talk about it after. Okay. That's how a movie might go. You like, or you go to one of them dine-in theaters.
All right, but this is like Sasha's like top shelf, bro.
What's top shelf?
Like she's top shelf, bro. She looks like you would like her to look. She does similar things. She's ambitious. She's financially sound.
Okay.
So you're gonna just take her to the movies, and again, if that's what you're gonna do, that's fine.
Top shelf. Always sometimes like to have something that's chill at first. Then you might go to something different. Like you might change up like, all right, next time we go out, it'd be something random. We'll do. And you don't know. You just come along with the ride and you'll see what happens type stuff. But you already know what you're going to do.
Okay.
So it'd be like a little, what you call it, mystery type of date.
Okay.
Change it up maybe.
He don't know where he taking you, Sasha. What was you guys' first dates with your wives?
Sasha declined me.
Situation-wise?
What was your first date with your wives?
My first date, we were at we went to a bar. I'm gonna just drop the name. I think it's called McLenn's. And I was drunk. I did a whole lot of dancing. I embarrassed myself.
But she was into it.
Yeah. Yeah, she was into it.
Okay.
Yeah, our shit was just basic. We just went out.
See what I mean?
Went out to eat and shit and chill. We already knew each other, so.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
we was just talking about
what
went on the last 5 years, but other than that.
But I still like you had a connection already.
But you see the difference a little bit? Like when we went out on a first date, you always felt like it had to be this grandiose thing.
Oh yeah.
Like you had to make this lasting impression.
Well, people nowadays
and make it a big grandiose thing.
Well,
like,
people nowadays
we
just
sealed
use
the
that
deal, we
to
went
take
to
that for
McDonald's.
granted, though. You hear me?
huh?
I said after we sealed the deal, we went to McDonald's.
But the thing about that, people nowadays use that for granted. Cause say like you can be talking all crazy and doing this, and then they get to like, oh, I thought we was just friends, and then they're just eating off your tab type shit. It's like a free meal.
But you would have a discussion like that, I would think.
Not even though it could be on Tinder. This shit happened to me,
shit.
bro. I texted and do all this shit. I'm talking crazy in the message and shit. And like, all right, I'm like, let's set some shit up. Like, we going to Applebee's, you know? And he's like, oh, I thought we were just friends type shit. I'm like, you just want a free meal. Just say that. Just say that you want a free meal.
Okay.
Then I said, you got a car type shit. She's like, nah, my car in the shop. Red flag number 1. Why your car in the shop so long? And it's been like more than like, she's like, I got a Nissan such and such, but it's been in the shop for so long type shit. Oh, we've been talking.
You want to shout her out?
I ain't gonna shout her out.
Okay.
I mean, she goes to like a black university, so you know she getting slutted out. But I ain't gonna say any more about that. I mean, you going?
That's not bitter.
I'm not bitter. It's like I got catfish, so I'm kind of embittered.
The only thing I ever heard him more mad about is going to the Chick-fil-A episode. He talked about shit for 2 hours after we finished.
But I'm not bitter. I'm just saying it's just. If you talk about it in the text messages, then you get there and you be like, "Oh, I thought we were just friends," but from the messages, it doesn't seem that way.
And I guess that's different in my head because like I forgot you can't when you're not in each other's presence.
You can't really tell.
Well,
the way you interact in messages, you can send like you have flirty vibes to it, so you can kind of tell for certain things. But
it's hard to get cues, right? Like I love talking to people face to face because cues. And most people that I've dated seriously, I mostly have met like at work or we were in the same social group. Mm-hmm. And particularly at work, I think anybody's work ethic tells a lot about who they are as a person.
Well,
yeah, to a degree.
Not in the bedroom. I met
Aside
a semen demon that worked her ass off, like for real. Like
some people could be the sexiest person and probably trash.
I'm about to say, and then they text you some shit that they want to do. You ever have a chick text you some shit? See, I always get scared by these nasty chicks. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
They talking crazy, and then they get in the bedroom and like,
nope.
They be like,
I'm gonna keep my dick
prior to 2014.
Remember I said I want my dick to fall off, motherfucker.
but hold up, you gotta think about it. You probably have chicks out here that be gassing up like, yeah, I got the bomb and shit, and you get them like, this shit mad mid. This ain't
she got some mids.
This shit subpar at the max. But
she got mids. That's like, funny as shit. I ain't never heard that.
She be singing her shit is like top, like how weed is. You be saying that shit top gas. I got the Zaza, and that shit be straight Reggie. Fuck out of here. It be the bullshit. You like, fuck out of here.
For you to elaborate more on top notch. So there's top notch. In my opinion, there's top notch where she's like top notch, and she's like you said, everything you want. That means like no bullshit.
Right.
Like, that means like.
That's all I mean. You don't even have to have all the bells and whistles.
That's what I'm about to say. That's what it was like without the bullshit, the ignorant shit. And then you got top notch where she thinks she fucking top notch and she think she getting fucking
dudes gassed her
Red Lobster or something when in reality she should get Pizza Hut. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
God damn.
Damn, pizza is crazy. I would say Applebee's something better.
The shit out of her.
He took it to the crib.
But nah, that's facts though. Like to me personally, that shit's like, it don't matter how beautiful you are, but if you have one of them attitudes where you think like you just the shit and you need to be bowed to and all that shit, you're ugly as fuck to me.
But
like that's the ugliest thing in the world.
People gas them up. That's why they get like that. You don't just start out like that.
Yeah, but these motherfuckers gassing you up. One fuck, that's it.
That's what I'm saying. But they do fucking, and after that, you're like, damn, he gassed me up so crazy. I'm gonna keep this energy, and then you find out like, damn, nobody want to fuck with you.
But you know what though? As far as top notch goes, like we're laughing and joking, and yes, I do. In my past, I have enjoyed some crazy, batshit, crazy, loony women. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. That's a whole nother issue I got to deal with my therapist about.
A kink for that shit.
But you can be addicted to negative shit.
But
I told y'all he like to be abused. I said that.
He was abused as a child.
You can be addicted to negative emotions. It's all like a drug, man.
You know what I may be?
If you're addicted, you're addicted.
You know how you hear about that girl that she's like, her girlfriends will say like she dates project guys, like she figures she can fix them.
Man.
I wonder if I'm that guy.
What? I need a roughneck. Ew, that's
like I'm gonna
crazy.
fix him.
If a Joe ever do that shit and you friends with her, I'm like, you gotta drop that friendship.
No, but all jokes aside, at my age
project.
now, I love peace. Peace is priceless, and I don't mean we don't argue or beef. Like every human being that's involved in any relationship is going to disagree, right? That's fair. But peace of mind is so priceless. It's great. That to me is top notch.
Yeah, that literally.
See, I'm still trying to find that spot because like I remember one of your old episodes you were talking about how you you can have that vibe with somebody where like it'd be a day where you just don't feel like talking, there's no talking and shit, and they get it. Mm-hmm. I'm the motherfucker be like, bitch, why you ain't talking? Like, what are you thinking about right now? Like, what's going on? You tell me you're not mad, but you quiet as shit. Like something up. Like it's always. Yeah, that's.
But what it starts with is like being able to say, because in the beginning I wouldn't say it. I would just be like, again, like my young self, I'd be like, you should be able to tell that I don't really feel like fucking with anybody. And that's not fair to the person. So you say, you know what? It was a rough day or whatever reason. I'm in my head about something. I just need to be by myself. And now we've gotten really good at it. Like, she'll even say it now, like, I just want to read my book and chill. And that's fine. Mm-hmm. I think that is healthy.
Yeah, sometimes you need that time to get your mind together.
I need to
like you want that
shit.
You want that person around, but you just need a moment to collect yourself. And sometimes you need that shit. And it's all about y'all understanding that my motherfucker gonna need that moment.
You ever break up with anybody in the text or on MySpace?
I don't think so. No.
I blocked somebody because they said some crazy shit to me.
And that was
I told y'all, I stopped showing up. That's it. That's it.
There's a divide.
Bitch, we over. I don't call you no more. None of that.
It was some wild shit. I think it was like when I was a young boy. I was like, she's like, what if I got pregnant with another person's baby and we was dating? I said,
remember that one that said she was pregnant after she was already pregnant?
Nah, that's gotta
she
be crazy.
She might have got left in a text message.
But if I said,
it was a chick that I met that was pregnant.
But that's crazy.
She tried to,
that's what I'm saying. But that's kind of crazy. Like, would you still be like, what you call? She said, would you still fuck with me and shit like that? I'm like,
hold on. If we're already together,
no, we was just talking about.
Or if we was talking,
we was in a talking thing.
Was she already, or did she end up?
She said, "What if I did it over like the summer, and then I found out I was pregnant?"
And you was busting it up with her before the summer?
No, you was still talking phase. You didn't even do shit with her.
So what he's saying?
Like she said, "What if I had a kid? Would you still fuck with me?" Type shit.
Like she got pregnant before they ever started talking serious, and now she just found out. Like it's been 6 weeks.
Yeah, and she's bullshitting. But I'm saying, who the fuck would bring that up as a bullshit type of thing? That's kind of crazy though. Off real.
My brain thinks
she testing the waters to see if you ask.
That's what I'm saying. That's testing the water. And I said, I was a young boy at the time. I'm probably like in middle school and shit. I said, Cho, block that bitch, delete it, blocked her on Facebook.
But see, that's another different thing. We didn't get to ghost people. I guess that's where the line. But it was like an official thing. You broke up with somebody. Now motherfuckers you just don't speak to them no more.
But the crazy part, if I blocked and I seen it in person, I was like, you wow.
It's not easy. Let me tell you why. So going back to that same girl that I met, the first one that I met on MySpace, she just stopped talking to me. And you'll understand this because my brain would not let it go. Like I needed to know why. Like there was all these things I could check off about why it worked.
But that's your pride thing.
And I needed closure. And even down to the last time that like we were supposed to hang out and then she stood me up, I sat down and I finally deleted her number. And not because I didn't want her to call me. I just knew I was going to keep trying. Mm-hmm. And I finally wrote a letter and I was like, I'll probably never get the closure that I need. But, and I laid it all out. This is going to work this way, this way, this way. If you're not feeling that way, that's fine. I just need you to say it because then we'll link up. We'll say we're going to do something. We're going to progress. And then we don't progress. And then I'm sitting here stuck wondering why.
See, girls probably feel that way too sometimes.
But yeah,
but I understand that girls do it too.
I mean, yeah,
nigga like me, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
If you was in, all right, I'm gonna bring it real to you right now. No.
If I was in that position myself, then I would care. But in the reality, like
I'm gonna give it to you.
Once I get over
now.
some shit, there's nothing I can do about it. Go ahead.
If T you came home tonight, and T packed up the kids and her shit and left, no note. No forwarding number. You're not going to sit there and wonder for years why?
If that happened?
Maybe.
No. I'm not going to wonder why. Because I'm going to automatically think that it was some bullshit that she couldn't fucking handle. That's literally what I'm going to think. Like, because my thing is, like, because if you want to bring that situation, like, how far our fucking relationship is, there's no room for that. This is a young ass fucking relationship. Like, what the fuck is it? It's nothing. Like, you might think it's something, and you might think it was supposed to be something bigger than what it is, but it's a small ass relationship that's literally for a moment. Like, it wasn't like keep it a bean. It wasn't gonna go nowhere. Shut the fuck up, nigga. It was not. It was not.
Maybe nah. She's like, nah, nothing.
And that's how I feel. Like any of.
No, but I mean, in your current relationship, you're gonna tell me you're not gonna ponder over that shit.
I'm gonna just ponder where the fuck my kids at.
You ain't take my kids without my permission. Type shit.
Okay, let's take the kids out of it. Let's say you had no kids, but you still love her like you love her today, and she just disappeared.
I would think about that for a while.
You probably think it's a mystery, huh?
Yeah, I would think about that shit for a while. But when she can't run from me.
What? Hold on.
That was scary.
I'm fast.
All right, let's change the subject.
I know. I feel like I'm at
It just got dark. She can't run. She can't run from me.
feel like this about to be Exhibit A.
Get out. It's gonna be Get Out 3.
Remember that time you said she couldn't go nowhere?
Clink.
What about you? I think you would be pondering over that shit over and over and over.
Oh yeah, that's just my. But I mean, the old me. All right, so now, like, as I've been through some shit, I would basically know that the healthy thing is for me to just like move on, and because especially if you can't force somebody to like communicate with you. You know what I mean?
I moved on clearly.
And, like I'm a big believer. Like I'm a big believer, and when like people are upset or going through some shit, when you're emotional, even when you're in like traffic, even I use that as big. I guess because that motherfucker really pointed his air gun at me. Like, but yeah, long story short, I feel like everything's internal, and it's all about perspective, man, and trying to understand. Like it comes back down to communication, like you said, and stop trying to rebuttal. You know what I mean? Because like I don't know, like whenever I get into a strong emotion, like a lot of people like to think, oh, this pissed me off, or this made me that, and this made me this, and like at the end of the day, we like to place the blame on other shit and basically blame other shit for our reactions.
Goes back to accountability, man.
Yep.
Take accountability.
What I will say,
if
I hadn't sat down and wrote the letter, I had to force the closure.
That was your
and I guess it's the same way shit that be bothering me when I journal about it. I let it go.
Closure, it's you getting rid of it. That's facts.
Because I in the past.
Did you mail that letter?
To this day, huh?
You mailed that letter?
No, I sent her an email. It wasn't that long.
Right there, like some Drake shit, like dear.
Emailed the bitch.
Nah, that's crazy.
He said I'm a CC myself, so I know you got it.
I actually did print the shit out. Oh shit! And I think I did mail it too, but
I'm about to say because I thought he was on some Drake shit like, dear such and such, you left me with this. Just sent that shit off and paid a mail stamp and all that. Shit.
But I can definitely say like it's you not knowing the reasoning behind it. And I can understand that. I can understand.
But I think about it. You gotta think about the years. If I had years on it, then I would think about that.
I'm at the point where if you love me and you say you love me, I shouldn't have to guess this shit.
Yeah.
Communication is going to come. Like
communication is key.
Like even though she would tell you I still fucking suck at it, but
I suck at it. I didn't even hear when he was talking about the one Joan. What was her favorite thing? I was like, maybe go on this mystery date on the second one.
So we just gonna throw it up in the air. Figure out what happened.
We should make that episode. Let's live stream a Zach date.
Yeah, y'all gonna get fucking trash. Like damn, this shit is boring. Oh brother, he stinks. I'm like, they gonna start throwing the comments. L's. I'm like,
Quick question.
My last question, and how we gonna move this one on. So you know how we be talking to you and then you just, whatever's in your brain, doesn't matter what we're talking to about, sometimes your brain will just keep going. Do you do that when you talk to women too?
Nah. I probably might get a little anxiety, but nah.
I want to call, is there a woman that we could call and ask? No.
Nah.
You wouldn't disclose
I keep that on the down low.
You on the down low?
That sound effect is actually perfect.
That definitely was.
No, you can't.
Can I something real quick?
Yeah.
All right, so we were talking about this whole her up and leaving and everything like that. And all right, say that taking a high road is just moving on and leaving that shit alone. I just want to ask, how do y'all feel about taking a high road? Like, does it, not just in that situation, but like in the most fucked up situations where you're like, well, fuck, I got to take the high road on this one. Yeah, you see how my energy is about it. Like, how do y'all look at taking the high road? Like the road that you just know it's the right way, but you're like, fuck, I want to go the wrong way.
The bullshit coming.
I was thinking, I don't really give a fuck about the high road. I choose whatever. I choose whatever fucking road I want to be on. If I want to be on the high road, I take the high road. If I want to be on the middle road and don't give a shit, I'll be on the middle road. Don't give a shit. If I want to hit that low road,
I'm gonna get down low.
See, I'll say for
match
me,
that frequency.
Facts. I say for me, I've taken the high road a lot, and I feel like I've had to eat a lot of shit in periods where me and my kid's mom weren't getting along, or just at jobs. And I think now that's why I really have to work to not be irritated by shit, because I've had to bite my tongue so much that I've decided I don't want to do this shit no more. And I have to like put shit in perspective sometimes to say, this isn't worth that energy. But when it comes time for me to speak up, I'm going to speak up. Yeah. So I can take the high road, and I have. And I guess like anything, it depends on the situation. What should I take the high road? You know what I mean? So
say she drain your bank account, you taking the high road?
I
said, say she drain your bank account. Like, you know how divorces go, like whoever gets to the bank account first. Say she drain your bank account, you taking the high road? That's a hard question. Like he gonna go to a dark place. He's like, that's a hard question.
I'm about to say, I'm taking the fastest road to her parents' couch.
Because you know how divorces go, like whoever drains the bank account first keeps it if you have a joint bank
first
account.
one to the bank.
So say you divorce him, like, damn, I forgot we had a joint bank account. Go there, yeah, it's zero balance. Your wife came earlier and took it. How you feeling? And you got all your shit in there. So you're not smart enough to put all your eggs in different baskets.
I wouldn't have all my shit in there.
No, I'm just saying you're not smart enough to put it in different baskets. Hypothetically.
And when I was younger, I might fight a chick over stealing my money. Because anything I've had to do in life, I had to work hard for.
I mean, that's gotta be deep. That's gotta be like, you gotta go down to the deep, darkest place.
Baby, being as though you went to the bank, you trying to kick this one? You trying? No, you took my money.
I looked at my balance and said zero.
What did they say?
Whoever wins get to keep the money.
I be rolling my sleeve up. You know how they said, why did Thanos come to attack the Earth? It's like, well, when Earth saw the mighty heroes, they knew that you were ready for another level of warfare. He went to my bank account. Ready for another level of warfare.
You told me this shit was serious.
You check your bank account balance, it says zero. You looking at her across the room like, oh nah.
See, she's not smart. If she stole all the money, she better not be in the same house. Unless she went and bought a sure bet.
Still sitting around. She's she lost all she got zero fucks given by her safety.
She gonna be like, she's like, look dead in your face until you look at that bank account balance like, yeah.
I'm about to say, I got kids now, like, so, and I know my kid. Yeah, I love my kids. I'm not saying I would take them from her, but I just love my kids, man. I would be fucked up in the head. I would think about my kids first, so yeah.
Facts.
But that zero net, that's gonna be crazy. Look, you like
that zero net, nigga.
That shit gonna make you go to a dark place.
First of all, I still got 2 weeks of work left, motherfucker. I gotta figure out how the fuck I'm gonna get to and from work. The fuck?
And right after that happened, Netflix gonna come out and make you negative.
Next thing you know, your bank account is on a negative
all your
500.
Shit on negative. You get that random fucking charge.
It's a negative 500.
Let's close this shit out, fellas. What's your final thoughts, sir?
Final thoughts. Do right in your relationships.
Cheat. Steal.
Nah, facts though. Do right in your relationships. Try to be a positive person and make the world better.
Your final thoughts, sir?
Any single ladies out there, you know where to find me.
Zachariah Films.
Yeah, put it at the bottom. Zachariah Films.
Oh, that was really his final
thought?
That
was shit. We thought he was
joking. And just putting you guys on notice, any of you single ladies, you know you're going to Applebee's your first date.
He might have $40 for you for Chick-fil-A. That's it. That's
$40 at Chick-fil-A.
$40 at Chick-fil-A is crazy.
That's a lot of chicken.
I mean that is technically like an Applebee's meal right there though. So you might be getting 2 burgers, 2 fries.
Ladies, you getting the 2 for 20? You ain't getting you ain't getting no alcoholic beverages.
Maybe you might get what you call a spiked seltzer. 3.2% alcohol. I'm joking. $40. It's all jokes, ladies. It's all jokes, ladies. Just slide in the DMs if you really want to know where we going.
Okay. Facts. You have a final thought, sir?
I don't know. Just be the positive change that you want to see in others, man. That you want to see in the world. Just lead by example. That's all I can really say.
And I will end with saying we forgot to do a final thought last week, but I guess since it's a 2-part episode, it kind of made sense. I think it's fascinating. from a scientific study, it would interest me to see what it would be like to navigate the world in the brain of a Gen Z or millennial. Because there's so many different options.
You want to do that?
I still believe in the magic of meeting people, even friendships, right? Just the magic and the happenstance of how we all know each other.
Yeah.
Versus, there should be a friend, like a friend app. Like if you're trying to find, you move to a new area, you're trying to find some bros.
What's that?
Is it?
There's apps like that.
Oh,
That's
shit.
for everything. This shit's crazy.
Anyway, no, but like you said, however your method of dating, just take your time, get to know the person. Give everybody grace because you never know what another person is going through. Get your shit together. Your self-care, your happiness, your inner peace, and your time management.
My man's got it.
I got it.
The 3.
Thank you guys for dealing with a split time.
We appreciate
you all. Shout out to all our listeners. Shout out again, we forgot to mention last week, man, we had such a great time with Smack.
Yeah, facts.
Great time with Smack, and there might be some things coming up that we won't talk about yet, but
we're gonna let them happen
excited
first.
for that. Yeah. Where can the people interact with us?
At Warm the Crib across all social media: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. At Warm the Crib.
And if you want to watch this, if you're watching this, go listen to it later because I'm sure you missed something. And if you're listening, go watch it later because you got to see some of my facial reactions to this when this dude be roasting me. Where can the people get at you and your family?
Okay, we got Kick Rocks TV on Instagram. That's our family Instagram. We got Mr. M Jr. MISTERNJUNIOR. I don't know why I spelled it because you guys probably gonna put it on the thing. But yeah, that's my personal Instagram. And then other than that, it's Vision Family TV on YouTube. Thank you guys for having me. It's been a real honor. Like seriously, look, I'm still sweating and against my thighs and whatnot.
Nah, yeah.
So yeah,
my titties starting to sweat.
Nigga, you ain't got no titties.
Shit.
All right, just cause you got D's, motherfucker. Don't come at me. Nigga ain't gonna talk about my A cups. Nigga, I'm sensitive about these, motherfucker.
Hey, can't run them up.
Nigga, you know you got titties when you see the sunlight and it's a shadow under your motherfucking joint. Yeah, nigga, you got
That's
titties.
called chest muscles, that's all.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll check you out next week. Until next time. Peace.
Damn,
I was slow this
I was a
time.
tad too soon. I thought I had it.
Yeah.